welcome to Pull the Pin Already War Room Edition. I'm Jim. With me today is Mike and our special guest, Joe, the Navy guy. You all right, Joe?
Hola, amigos.
Yeah, so what'd you do in the Navy, Joe?
I did a bunch of things.
No, what was your job?
And none of this, we'll have to kill you stuff if I tell you.
Well, I did a special program. It was a 2-year non-rated program where you did 2 years of active duty, and then you did 6 years of reserve duty. Total of 8. So
that's like an infantry thing in the Army.
Oh, okay. So, well, anyway, so what would happen is I went into boot camp, then I did my thing, went to a general knowledge type school. It was only like I think 2 months or something like that, and it was just a general thing about everything in the Navy. And
so you're like a building supervisor.
Sure. So what happened was, for me, I got sent to a ship. I was on a beautiful amphibious assault helicopter carrier, and I got stuck in the deck department for a while. And
you said deck, right?
Deck. That's pretty much like kind of like maintenance per se. You paint the ship, clean the hulls. It's pretty much a maintenance job. But very, very thankless. You'll see most of the people in my department, they're called bosun mates. They're the people that we handled the rope, we handled the anchor, we did all the forward and aft watches on the ship.
So you were the guy that pulled the anchor up?
I pulled it up and put it down, brother.
All right.
And there's nothing like seeing an anchor fall out of a ship. All the sparks and shit that go all over the place. It's a pretty interesting thing to see. It's very interesting and very dangerous. But,
that's something I think all of us veterans do have in common, and why I like enjoying talking to different ones is because we all see something you don't never expect to see, in your life, and then you're like, holy cow, yeah. Yeah,
the anchor thing was very interesting because them anchor chain links are, you can't really see the camera, but
yeah,
they're like huge and heavy and unreal, and they try to scare you and say, oh, be careful, man, be careful. If one of them things pops, that'll come and just completely slice your whole body in half and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of scare tactics with that. And with the ropes and stuff, when you moor onto the pier, I mean, those ropes get really so it was kind of cool to see all that stuff and see all the basic operations. But like those ropes, they get very, very, very tight. And, there's a lot of scary stories about how the ropes snap and behead somebody or take people's legs off and all that crazy stuff. But I, because of the special thing that I was in, I got to be in navigation for a bit. I worked with a couple SEAL teams for a bit, because a lot of times SEAL teams would come to your ship and they would do special ops. Like they'd come and attack your ship and stuff like that. I can't really get into a lot of detail, but it was an interesting experience to see. I probably wouldn't change it because I'm colorblind, so I couldn't become a pilot as I wanted. So it was an interesting experience, and it was fun. But when you look back on it, and I'm sure you guys can vouch for it, it's like, holy shit! Some of the stuff I did was pretty goddamn dangerous.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow,
and low
survived. And even though it was a minuscule job, like standing watch on the aft of a ship at like midnight. I mean, obviously you're looking around, you're scanning, and you're always looking for the enemy when you're out there. But it's just so peaceful and so freaking beautiful to be out in the middle of the ocean and standing watch for the United States military and chilling on the boat instead of being stuck at guard duty or something like you guys probably were.
All right. So, Mike, did you have anything you want to dig into? Because this is what the second season in a row. Anything you want to dig into the question, or you want to just see what Joe's got concerns about what's going on
Yeah.
in the world around us? What do you want? I don't want to jump off
No,
this.
no, no. Let's just go. No, 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 no. Hey,
Right.
I just want to say thanks for your service, though.
Thank you, sir. Same to
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
I
Mike's the
appreciate it.
resident nice guy here because I'm so forgetful and inconsiderate of everything.
No, it's because you know him.
No, I think I did it to Brian too, and I know Brian. Oh wait, that was
Yeah,
the same thing.
yeah, exactly.
You see, Mike is the brains in this operation. I'm the beauty.
Right.
And that's why we have one subscriber.
Yeah. Two, I think.
Oh,
I
it's
think
two
yeah,
now.
that's right.
Two.
Yeah, two.
it'll be three when we're done with this one.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, so like, I don't know how you Army guys, because like for us Navy guys, we look at the Army guys as just the grunts and the grunts of the military, along with the Marines. But like, is there any like, do you look at us at Navy guys like you do the Air Force guys, or how does that?
Oh no.
How does the brotherhood?
No.
How does that look?
No.
Well, the thing I talk the Navy is simple. You need water. I mean, so if you're in the Navy,
And air.
you're somewhere near the water. Yeah, but you're near the water. So when you
Well,
talk
yeah,
about
absolutely.
things like that, you're not straying far from the water. So you're always on a coastline somewhere. You're always near water. So you don't get to see, I'm sure that you could talk about special ops and different.
I'm gonna say that you're right per se, but you're wrong
I don't know
because
any Navy bases that are not in the water unless they're just a headquarters somewhere.
well, Mike might know this because he's down a little further, but there is a commissioned ship, and this is like a trivia. There's one commissioned ship that is not in the water and never is in the water because it's in the middle of the desert.
And if there's seamen stationed on that, there's a problem.
I don't know if there's seamen stationed there, but I can tell you that it's a training facility.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay.
White Sands. White Sands, Mike?
Missile range.
Yeah, White Sands,
Missile
yeah.
range, yeah.
White Sands has the USS Desert or something. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, there's one commissioned United States naval ship that is in the stand in the desert, and it's like a training thing. It's White Sands Missile Base, I think it's called or something. But there's also other bases, naval bases, because we have more aircraft in the Air Force.
Sure.
So I didn't know that.
Well, I assume if you've got carriers that carry all those aircraft, then you're probably buying them. Well, you know that, Mike, because
for
the Air Force.
No.
You know what the Air Force
does. Well, yeah,
does.
but what I was just to touch. Yeah, I know, but what he was talking about earlier about how did we view them, and I can speak for myself. It's like when I see an aircraft carrier, I always thought the pilots were all Air Force,
right?
And everybody doing the work around them were Navy.
That would be fair. That would be a fair
assessment. Yeah.
Well, like my ship, you're right for the most part. We don't really dibble dabble with the Air Force because we have better planes and all that. But that's my opinion though. But like my ship, we were an amphibious assault carrier, so just about all our pilots were Marines because it was Marine helicopters, and we loaded our ship up with troops, and the Marine helicopters would take them boys wherever it was needed, and sometimes we knew, sometimes we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I would say the Air Force planes too might be probably different because they're probably dealing with a lot more cargo and transport, things like that.
Right.
Where the Navy was probably more fighter and small transport.
We've got some helicopters too, but the one thing I'm jealous about the Air Force is they have the A-10, aka Warthog, and that is absolutely my favorite airplane in the world.
Oh man, it's a beauty, man.
I couldn't tell you what was what. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to marry one. I love them.
Hey, I'll tell you a short story, man. I was training some Romanian tankers in Afghanistan,
Yeah.
And the A-10s in Kandahar, they were doing, they
Oh.
did the training, and they come down and you can hear them, man, and just love it when they set them off, right?
Oh,
And the Romanian guys were looking, you know, and they were like, that right there is why we're glad we're on your side.
yeah. It's pretty much a
Yeah,
tank with wings, man. That's
yeah,
all it is.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they're so structurally sound. You can have a wing break off, and you're still going to fly that, and you're going to land it. You're still going to survive.
Yeah. Yep.
They're unbelievable.
I'm impressed just period, whether it's the aircraft or the pilots or anything. Like I haven't been in like a jet fighter or anything like that. But I mean, I've watched C-130s land with one engine. I've watched them do combat drops and
Yeah.
they just, I watched a C-5. Have you ever seen a
Yeah.
C-5 take off? You're like, it's not going to make it. It's not going to make
Yeah.
it. It's not, holy cow.
Yeah.
Every time.
Now, see, I'm not 100% familiar with those, but
Well, those
one
are
of
cargo. That's Air Force stuff. Yeah.
yeah, one of those birds, though, one of those planes, like has rockets on it, and they'll ignite the rockets if it's a short runway, so that it can take off in a shorter spot. I don't recall what plane it is.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Educate myself on.
Yeah, they elevate up instead of right. That's cool.
They have like I've seen them take off with a rocket.
I think I've seen a video. Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
don't know planes. Yeah. So is life in the Navy? Is it oppressing when you have Marines around you? Because I mean, Marines tend to be the, everybody loves the Marine.
You know what? We did our thing when you're underway, because that's the only time you have it. You only have them on your ship when you're underway, and there's more Marines on the ship than there are sailors or seamen, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And
Right.
so they like when we're underway, the Marines, they're going to be on the flight deck working out, jogging, running around,
Shirts
doing
off,
their
right?
thing.
Intimidating, you know.
Oh no, they don't take their shirts off.
Oh, all
We're
right.
excited about that.
They don't want to excite the Navy guys.
Right. And then they'll load their gear up, they'll be gone. A little Chinook will take them, and they're gone, and the ship's empty. And then all of a sudden, boom, they're back. And it's like, all right, what's up, guys? What's up? They don't bother you. They don't. They do their thing, and we do our thing. And when you're underway, you're working your ass off. Underway is it's just like you guys in combat. You don't sleep. You really don't sleep a lot. You're working 12-hour day, and then like if you have a watch. I might have a watch from balls. We used to call it balls to 4, midnight to 4. I think there's other terminologies too, but like I might have to stay at watch in the aft or stay at watch in the forward. That's a 4-hour shift. So you've already worked 12 hours. You take a nap and you get up at 12 or whatever, or 4 to. It's you're so busy you don't really pay attention.
What are you watching?
Well, that was another thing I was going to say. Like, I got an accommodation because you're looking for enemies. You're looking for Haitians or whatever trying to fucking hijack your shit, which is kind of a stupid thing to do. But
Yeah.
I think it was the USS Cole. They didn't act.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to get into it because I don't know the whole story, but obviously somebody the little fishing boat rammed them and blew them up.
Yeah.
So that's what you're looking for. Is you're looking for these little boats, and you got to tell them, get the fuck out of our circle, man, or we're going to fucking blow you up. You're gone. You're done, bud. That's why I was cracking up about, I think it was Iraq or Iran or whoever was saying, we're going to run our boats and blah, 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 and fuck with your aircraft. You're not, because you're going to get shot up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I have to give to some respect, even though, I joke and laugh at Navy guys, but there is one element that kind of makes me feel like I wouldn't do it, is you guys are pretty much working in a coffin. I mean, when you look at it this way, the military, we all have different jobs, but we in the Army, we can run tactical retreat. We can
exactly.
But when you guys are under fire, I mean, there's nowhere to go.
In hindsight, when you look back on it, you're like, holy shit! If we were attacked, what are we gonna do? You know, I mean, I mean, yeah, there's nowhere to hide, and
Right.
Yeah.
it's as simple as that. But like I was saying though, when I was standing watch, we were on the lookout for a submarine, a Russian sub.
Right. We didn't think you meant Subway.
I figured
But
you
then
did.
again, it is the Navy, so
You're always hungry.
maybe
We have a subway.
Uber or
We got a
not Uber.
subway
What's
on the
Uber
ship,
Eats,
for
right?
God's
Uber Eats?
sakes.
What is it? Uber Eats? What's the Uber's the
But
taxi one.
no, I got an accommodation because I spotted the little fucking whatever it is. I can't even think right now, but I spotted the telescope coming out of the water. And,
okay.
Periscope. Is that what they call them? Periscope?
Periscope or something.
I don't know if that's just the movie terminology or if that's a real
right.
thing.
I don't remember because
you didn't work on a sub.
And yeah, and you're not really you're not allowed to like really. I mean, you can look at a sub when you're on base, but you're not really. You can't really go near them because, and you can't have a camera around it or nothing because there's so much secret stuff on them subs that it's crazy.
Right. They don't want to piss off Jared, right? Jared.
Right.
Anyways.
Very cheesy.
We need a segue. Let's get into something you find disturbing in the world today as a veteran, something you're looking at and saying like, hey, holy cow.
I would say, and I don't know if you guys watched the debate or not, but just the fact that
they had a debate.
There was a debate, yeah,
Is that what you
right.
call that? Is that what they call it?
Well, or a fifth grader fight on TV, commentated. But I mean, I think that in my opinion, I don't think there's any call for them to, whether they said shit about us being stupid bastards or whatever else. I don't think there's a call for that. Period. Because obviously both of them said some shit, and it was obviously misconstrued. But still, you kind of wonder what are these guys thinking, and what did they really say, and do they really support us, or do they frown against us?
Yeah, I had this discussion with Mike. I mean, I see money being put into the military right now. To me,
right.
Money means a lot. I mean, whether somebody likes you or not, if they're giving you money, sure, you can hate me all you want, just keep paying me. I mean, that's what our enemies do, right?
Right.
They just keep taking the money. So to me, that says a lot more than what somebody else says they said.
Right. But like, didn't Trump, like, isn't he taking some troops from somewhere overseas?
Oh, he's trying to pull troops back altogether. Yeah, he's trying to get us out of Afghanistan. Germany's talking about pulling us out of Germany.
So you Army guys, you would know a little more about that than us Navy guys.
Sure.
And I mean, is that really proactive for us as a country, or is it bad?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'll take first stab at that. To me, I mean, I don't think Afghanistan should have ever happened. Obviously we can't move troops out of every country because that gives us some sort of a tactical advantage and things like that. That's right. What I'm trying to explain to people a lot of times about Kuwait. People are like, oh, Kuwait, yeah, but you look at Kuwait. Kuwait is a strategic point.
Right.
Kuwait. But we don't need Afghanistan. We don't even need to be involved in losing lives over there. But Mike probably has a little more experience because I don't know. He's went over there as a civilian, right? Or did you go to Afghanistan?
Oh, that's right.
Were you, Mike? You were?
Yeah, I was over there for 4 years. Yeah.
As a civilian, all right? As a contractor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You can.
Yep. No, I would say that it's just another foothold, kind of like Kuwait. Kuwait is, and I think we all know we established a foothold in the Middle East, and it's just another foothold. Afghanistan, we still have troops in Iraq. I don't know if you guys know that or not.
Yeah,
there's still troops over there, but like Germany, for the most part, there's not many troops over there, and I think they should pull them all out.
Oh, okay. No, it's not. I guess my question was just, it's not him doing a bad job doing that then. That's not a horrible thing then.
No, we went over a bit of
No,
this.
no. To me, it's not.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jim.
No, I must be on a delay.
Okay. What I was gonna say was, even if we pull out of Germany, we will never pull all the way out.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're still gonna have
yeah.
some sort of like a contingency force there for like a Kuwait. You know, it could be like a staging area, things of that nature,
Right.
but it would never pull totally out.
Right. You got to define, when you talk about pull out, you got to define what we're talking about. We're talking about pulling out a combat unit as opposed to pulling out all of our troops. We'll never pull out all of our troops, even in
Right.
most places
Right.
we go, ever.
But just as a civilian aspect, you don't have, and a naval aspect, you don't have that knowledge of all the bases we have overseas, and it people try to make people look bad because they're pulling troops out of places, and as I'm not educated enough to know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't think we want to be in stupid, senseless, endless wars. I mean, I don't think that's ever a good thing for our country.
Right.
I agree.
So it's nice that somebody can get in there in office and reevaluate that stuff.
Right.
And there's a lot of corrupt politicians. I know that's going to shock you, but there's a lot of corrupt politicians who all they have to do is invest their money in certain organizations, and then they make the decisions to keep funding those organizations or keep empowering those organizations to get rich while they get rich. It's not a surprise, which really blows my mind when you see a lot of these higher upper echelon people that speak out against our president. It would make me curious to go and invest there and investigate where their money's put. That's just right off the bat, where I don't trust them any more than the politicians now.
Right.
Well, they always try to use that, or they're gonna make our military weaker, our defense is gonna be weaker. It's like, man, shut up.
Or didn't we do World War I and II like from home, and we kind of I don't know what weaker would be.
Yeah.
And I think Joe
I always say when they say that, I'm just like they don't know our military.
Right. Joe was talking about some planes and things that can reach out and touch people from wherever we're at.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And all they have to do is do a little touch and go on a carrier, and they're good to go even more.
Right.
Unbelievable, that weaponry that we have, man. I mean, other countries probably have some similar, but it's like we don't need the military. It's like it's almost to a point. Well, I don't even know if I could talk about that. Well, yeah, let me just say this. It's almost to a point now where you need the infantry, but and I wish some guys could come on the show and talk about it, but it's more of a cleanup.
Right.
It's more of a cleanup phase. That's what we need them for. But to go in and do all of that door knocking and stuff, nah. Those days are slowly coming to an end.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can tell you, but I'd have to kill you. That's all.
I think
that little Tim Horton there, huh?
What do you? Yeah, you know anything about Tim Horton?
Yeah, they had him in Kandahar.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're in my neck of the woods, because I'm really close to Canada. They're all over. They're all over.
Yeah.
All over.
Capitalism,
Socialism. So yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, I think that that's the problem is the general public, and I consider myself kind of general public now, and plus, as a naval person, you don't know about the boots on the ground type shit. You don't know about when you hear, well, we're pulling troops out of so and so. Well, it's like, is that going to weaken our military? Is that going to weaken us? Is that is he being an asshole, or what? What's going on? And it's a little clarity is always nice to know and hear about.
And you know what I find interesting, like I said, we sometimes we get a little heated in the politics side of it, but I think when Trump was elected, it was, oh my God, he's going to take us to World War III and all this talk, like he's going to push the button and all this stuff, and he's really against the wars. I mean, he doesn't back down to the other countries, which may validate their claim that we might get into a war, but I don't think he's going to be the one starting it. He may be
Right.
the cause behind of it because of his
Who?
demeanor, but I don't think he'll be the one starting it.
Have we started? Have we been in another war?
Have we?
Right? No.
No,
We're
in
coming
fact,
up
I
on
think
4 years, right?
I think there's peace going on somewhere in some part of the world.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. That's not normal for a Republican in office.
No, but he's not a normal Republican either. So we talked about that.
That's
in
right.
the episode. Yeah, he's not a normal Republican.
I don't even
Yeah.
think normalcy's a thing anymore, man.
He doesn't have his money
Yeah,
in
you're right.
oil and war. Well, maybe he's got an oil. He might have
Right.
an oil. Yeah.
Yeah, he probably got a couple of dollars in there.
He's a real estate guy, so he's gonna want to keep the property or get more. Didn't he say he wanted to buy
Yeah.
Iceland or Greenland or something? Weren't we in the line to purchase?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I saw something about that. I don't know if it was a joke, but
Yeah, if he can, he probably will.
hmm
I mean, he only pays $750 in taxes.
Wow, are we gonna get into that now? He lost 24 million, man. He lost 24 million, so he says.
well,
Yeah.
whether it's true or not, I think the piece that really bugs me is everybody out there watching that. You're really disingenuous because when you go to file your taxes, you're going to take advantage of every single loophole, law, anything. So stop acting like he's any different or should be.
Exactly. You know what? If you got the money and you hire
Yeah.
the right folks, look at O.J. Simpson, for God's sakes. He had the right money, he got out of it.
Well, the glove didn't
He had
fit
blood
either.
under
though.
his goddamn fingernails, man.
Well, it's like Jim just said, the glove didn't fit, so they
Right.
had to.
Yeah,
It's all about the glove.
it was an
You shoulda-
isotoner, man. The
You should have one of
isotoner's
those
never-
stretchy ones. Yeah. He could have been wearing the gauntlet, the Thanos gauntlet, and he probably would have still got off.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Fuck, dog's gotta go out. I'm here, I'm listening.
Duty calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than the carpet, so whatever.
Well, you should be cleaning that stuff, right? That's one thing the military teaches you, right? How to clean
Oh.
things.
Yeah. Especially the Navy, boy. Holy shit.
You can only swab the deck so many times, right?
The only thing you probably know how to do is shine your shoes, right? Shine your
No.
boots. And now they've eliminated that shit? Are you
Only-
kidding me?
Yeah.
Only to a certain
yeah.
point.
Tell me about it.
When you get higher in rank, you're allowed to bake them and put some whatever that stuff is on. I don't remember what it's called. You know what I'm talking about, Mike?
Yeah. What was that?
Especially it's
Yeah, what was that, man?
polyurethane or something they baked on there.
Yeah,
It's like a
something-
shiny
yeah.
paint.
Oh. I had this
Yeah.
stuff. I had this like Insta Shine shit that I would slap on my boots if I needed to at a time of inspection, and then I.
Well, we could wear them if you don't watch the show, we were both military police, which is a little, a
Yeah.
little higher standard. We can wear them
All right.
duty, but we never wear them in the field like that. You'd never no.
Yes. Yeah. Core frames. Yes.
Was that the shoes?
Yeah.
God, it's
They're
been
core
so
frame
long.
shoes. They're like a shiny pleather, man.
Yeah, it's been so long.
We,
I can't remember all that stuff.
They're called core frames. Yes. They're made by Bates.
I feel like Joe Biden with better speech patterns.
The core frames, yeah, they were awesome because you just put a little Windex on them and boom, they're shined up.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to have them on the ship because they'll just melt like that. Any
Mhm.
type of heat, you put any type of heat near them and it's over. So yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, they will melt on a ship.
Mike, if you're talking, I didn't hear a word you said.
Mike, your mic
What happened? Mike, your mic died. Nice.
died.
Mike has no mic.
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
Now we
Holy
can.
cow. What
Oh,
happened?
okay.
What'd you do? The miracles of
I don't
technology.
know what the hell. Yeah. So when you say you were on the ship, what type of ship was it? Aircraft carrier or I don't know.
As I said earlier,
Oh
Tugboat.
God.
I was on an amphibious assault helicopter carrier.
Got it. Okay.
So we were pretty much marine taxi. We were a Marine taxi or Uber, whatever they want to call it nowadays, but that's what we were. We took the Marines where they needed to go, and they did their thing, and then they came back. It was I'm happy that I got put on that ship because I discovered that I don't have very good sea legs, and yeah, it took a
Hey
couple.
guys, I'll be right back.
Everybody got to let the dog out. So, well, let me ask you, because since this is something I don't know, because you talked about the sea legs. I
Yeah.
know when I go on a just a stupid ferry to go across water.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
is it common? Like, do you have a lot of guys that get seasick, or is that like part of the training where they get over it? Or, I mean, is that like something that would disqualify you?
It did disqualify me, and I had my ass chewed out because I got so. We went in the North Atlantic, and it was like the perfect fucking storm. It was horrible, and all I did was puke every day, all day, and I was like threatened. Oh, we're gonna put you on shore duty, blah blah blah. So, in really rough waters, yeah, it's common. If it's just
Wow.
a normal like 4 to 6 foot swells, not a big deal. It
I just wondered about that because you can't assume, just like we say the Navy, half the Navy can't swim. I can't assume that they all just get on these
right.
boats and they're
You
nobody's
don't.
seasick.
A lot of times you don't. You're not going to know it till you go out to sea. But like,
True, because those are big boats. Most of the time, they're big boats,
yeah.
so the waves are a little less impactful unless you get to the
And
big.
I was fortunate to be on a amphibious assault carrier. We're talking a couple football fields long, so we're talking about a nice little fortress.
Right.
But still, you go in the North Atlantic, that jacks you up. But back to the question, normal going out to sea, doing just some special goofy ops. If you do get seasick, you will get your sea legs within the first day or two. So you might get sick for the first, I don't know. I was in, I would say after my first couple like cruises, or even my first cruise, I got my sea legs and I was good. It was all good. Like some guys, they're throwing in shoes and shit and doing their job and shit. I was like, that just made me sick just thinking about it, because it's just I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Some people they just don't get sick, and it's as simple as that. And then some people like me, it took me a day or two every time we went out to get my sea legs. Once I had it, I'm good.
Right. Well, you discovered in the
so
military.
you weren't.
Oh, sorry. I must have a delay, Mike, because
Go
I'm
ahead,
stepping
Mike.
on you. I can't hear you again, Mike.
Your mic's out. Mike, your mic.
Mike, check,
So
Mike.
yes, and then what's really crazy, you're out because we did a lot of ops. My ship we went out a lot. We were out probably, I would say every 3 weeks we were out for a week or two. And
Wow.
the funniest part about it is when you got back to port, which was awesome, you'd step on land and you'd still be like, oh shit. You'd still feel like you're out to sea. It's really,
yeah.
I think anybody that is in the nautical field that happens to, but but you sleep like a freaking baby, man. You don't get better sleep than what you do on a ship.
Depending who you're cuddled up with, right?
Oh yeah, of course. All you gotta do is reach your hand up and touch somebody.
Depends which Marine you get assigned.
Marines have their own berthing, and that was another thing. Like being in the deck department, being with the bosun mates, you were in charge of those berthing areas where the Marines stayed. So that was a lot of shit you did in port. Like a lot of times, if you're in port, once you get all your shit done, for us, we got to chill and do nothing. It was always nice. It was like nothing. It was just fun.
Right.
But taking care of all the Marine shit too kind of sucked.
Yeah. Did you have a question before your mic cut out there, Mike?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
How many years did you do?
I did 2 years active
Oh, okay.
and then 6 years of reserve duty.
So in that 2 years active, you're saying that you said every 3 weeks or so you would go out for a couple of weeks?
Uh-oh. That's how my amphibious group did it. Yeah,
Okay.
something like that. Like I have a buddy that's on the Roosevelt right now,
Yeah.
and they just got. I mean, that was the ship that like the captain got fired, the ship got COVID and all that.
Oh
That's
yeah.
so like his ship, they got back a couple months ago. I think they're doing. Well, they've been in port for a couple months. That does not happen with us unless we have some like overhaul to do on the ship or something. Other than that, we're underway a lot, and it's
Okay.
yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I have no regrets except for the fact that I blew my back out, and it kills me to this day. But yeah, it was fun, and I would rather have done shore duty because then it would have been like having a city job or something or a county job.
You should have joined the Coast Guard.
No, hell no. I couldn't deal with those little boats, man. Those little...
But you probably spend more time ashore.
Probably be claustrophobic on those things, man.
No,
Right.
No way. Like I could have, if I didn't fuck my back up, I could have. I qualified for search and rescue school, and I could have. We call it SAR in the Navy, but I could have went to SAR school and stayed in for my act. I could have done the rest of my reserve duty on active duty. But
is that the guys in those helicopters when they be flying in storms and stuff like that?
Yeah, kind of. Like each ship, okay. I can speak for our battle group. Like we had our own helicopter. So yeah, I mean, I would have gotten the helicopter and I would have flown over and jumped in the water to help rescue or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that. I mean,
swim with the dolphins.
If you wanted to see something that really depicts it, you'd have to watch the movie The Guardian, which is a pretty accurate depiction of what it's like. Yeah. Oh,
Kevin
there you
Costner,
go.
Right?
Kevin Costner and Ashton Kutcher or whatever. Yeah. Yes.
You want to do a movie review, Mike, or what? What do you want to do? You want to give it a rotten score or what?
It's a good movie though.
Oh, all right. All right.
No.
And there's another movie out that's pretty interesting that makes us naval guys look at stuff pretty interesting. Is that new movie Greyhound just came out with Tom Hanks when they're in I think it's World War II they're in, and they're combating like the U-boats.
I haven't seen that one.
It's called Greyhound, and Sony, give me a plug for that. I think it's on Apple TV, or if you have a OctaStream box, it's on that and the video on demand. But that's just one of them other things, man.
Yeah. So we want to.
So how do you see America as a veteran? How do you see America, man?
Well, I see America really fucked up right now.
Yeah.
And I think that, I don't think, but I hope that after the election, things mellow out, per se, and we get back to the way we were after 9/11 happened, where we had a lot more, it seemed like we had a lot more camaraderie back then than nowadays. And it just, I feel as though our youngins have potential, but I don't know. I think that shit's fucked up right now, and all it can do is get better.
Yeah, I don't think these young kids know struggle yet. I mean, 9/11 was pretty impactful, but that was probably the worst thing they've had to live through, and if they were even born then. I
Right,
think a lot of this youth, they don't know struggle. I mean, their struggle is, oh my God, the internet's out. Like that's
right.
their struggle. Or I
Yeah.
can't get a cell phone signal here.
Oh, I cracked my screen. I just think that
Well, yeah.
it's. I
No, I
think
was
that
gonna say, we do live in a we do live in a time where if Facebook is cut out, the first thing a lot of people do is call the police station.
we're we're just in a different world, different time. I mean, I think there's too much sense of entitlement out there. I think that we got to get back to our days when we all were like we're American strong, not individually strong, Boston strong or New York strong or whatever. We got to be
Hmm.
Americans and be America strong. And just I don't see it right now. I don't. I see the separation of political parties, and it's upsetting, frustrating, but I just have high hopes that things are going to get better. So
Do we
Same here.
we want to wrap it some final thought? If you want to give a final thought before we move into our little segment, give you an opportunity, because we're pushing it up close now.
Okay.
So is there anything you want to give a final thought about? Anything we can share about, and then we'll get to our little pull the pin segment for you. Now, anything you want to share there, Joe? Joe, the Navy guy.
no, I wanted to thank you for having me on the show. I hope that I didn't babble on too much, but
Yeah.
You
I'm
have
very
what you did watch some episodes before, right?
yes, sir.
So if you watch Jim, you know what babbling on is.
I when I open my dictionary up or I just Google babbling on, his picture shows up. So yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
put it there, so
Yeah.
just understand that I put the picture there. But no, really, thanks for filling in here, coming in and joining us on the show, because we always like a different perspective.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get tired of hearing Mike all the time about the same thing, you know?
Yeah. Me too.
All right.
No, I really appreciate it because especially one, you're a Navy vet, not Army, and then you always learn something,
Yeah.
Right.
something
We
that I
can all
thought was going on, but no.
learn
Yeah.
from each other on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
that's why diversity is a great thing.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. That's just like any one of our guests. Anybody comes on here, anyone who wants to get involved, whatever. There's always opportunities to learn. Me and Mike learn from each other. He probably learns more from me though. Just kidding. So Mike's the smart one. I'm the beauty. He's the brains. But
Oh man.
he might have both. I don't know. I'm just trying to claim something here. But all right, let's move into our little segment, and we're going to give you the opportunity. You can pick anything in the world you want that just irritates you and you want to pull the pin on, and just whatever. Just give a little minute, 2 minute, whatever you feel like doing, and tell the world what you want to pull the pin on, and hopefully we can get it changed.
Who are you asking?
You, Joe, you're the guest.
Oh my God, really?
Our God, don't be selfish.
Well, I was kind of like mesmerized because you were babbling on so much, but all
And
right,
you got to see a live picture, not the.
so my pull the pin, and I think this would be maybe something for another episode, but my pull the pin is the fact that I'm going for a pen and comp hearing, or I wouldn't say hearing, but I'm going for a comp exam to get my disability rating a little higher, and this isn't my first rodeo with it, and I don't feel as though I understand that that people do jip the system and people do fuck it up for everybody else, but I just went through a comp exam last summer, and I felt as though I was I just felt like I felt as though I got PTSD just from that goddamn exam. I mean, it was horrible.
Wow.
Just for my spine,
Wow.
just for them to check my spine, it was like 3 hours. I mean, I know I'm very frustrated with I love the fact that they're fast now. Like if you put in a claim, they have 30 days to get you in. Legally, they now have 30 days to get you in. But the thing that I don't tell you is they pretty much wrestle you, fondle you, and everything else, trying to prove that you're not fucked up. And I have it on the 19th, and I despise having to go because I know what they're gonna do, and all they have to do is look at my goddamn MRI to see that my S1 L5 disc is deteriorating and just about gone. They can see that shit, and they should know it, and they should be like, okay, we got you, you're good. Because I see other vets, and I'm not going to judge, but I've got buddies that are 100%, and they're out playing racquetball, golf, and doing everything else. And I struggle to drive to the store to get a bottle of water or something, and it's just, that's my pull the pin, and that's what frustrates the fucking piss out.
I think, like you said, we can have a whole episode, and I think we'll probably both agree we can pull the pin on that process.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
2 or 3 pins on that one.
Exactly. Thanks again, Joe, for joining us. But that is all the time we have for this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed what we got to say. Come back next time, and until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin.
Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.